Okay, this is Karen and Oliver, and we're going to show you what Oliver has learned during his board and train stay with us. The first thing we teach all the dogs when they come in is that their name is a command, and we expect them to look at us and make eye contact when we say their name.
Oliver, good boy.
Just like that. You want to say the name one time. Oliver should look up, make eye contact, and then you give him lots of praise.
Okay.
Next thing we teach them is the sit command.
Good.
And we have a verbal command where you just say sit, and you can also see Karen did the hand signal. Our walking command is called let's go.
Oliver, let's go. Good boy.
And that's a loose leash walk at our left side. You want the snap hook of the leash below his neck so there's no tension on it. When he's walking where you want him to be sure to praise him. When you come to a halt, Oliver will sit next to you. If he doesn't, just remind him to sit and he'll soon get in the same routine with you that he has been in with us.
Stay.
A stay command is a flat hand in front of the face along with the verbal cue of stay. Stay is good for short periods of time, going in and out of open doors,
Stay.
greeting people on the sidewalk when you don't want Oliver to jump.
Good job. Yeah.
Have him sit stay before you feed him, before you put his collar and leash on him to go
Okay.
on a walk.
Oliver, let's go.
Have him sit stay before he goes in and out of open doors, and that teaches him not to run out open doors uninvited. Okay is our release command. When you say okay, it means Oliver is no longer on a command.
Good.
If Oliver does move from a stay, you want to say no or and correct him and put him back where he was and remind him to stay. The down command is a down command. You point down to the ground and say down, and then lots and lots of praise for Oliver when he does lay down for you.
Stay.
Good boy. Stay is the same flat hand in front of the face and the verbal cue of stay. And you can throw toys, you can walk around him as you see, and he gets a cookie for being such a good boy. The stay command was probably his least favorite, which is true of most dogs. So when he's doing such a good stay, he gets a cookie. Okay, he gets up, he's no longer on the command. Next thing we work on is a come command on a 20-foot long line. And you'll want to get a long line and practice at home. Use the long line to work the come command in your backyard, your front yard, at the park. You can also walk Oliver on the long line, and that gives him more freedom to get out and exercise. Let the long line drape on the ground. You don't want to keep any tension on it. You're only using the long line if Oliver does not listen to his name and come when you call him. You don't want to use the long line to actually get Oliver to come or to pull him in towards you.
Oliver, come. Good boy.
But Karen said his name, he looked, and then she said the word come, and you can see that he ran right over to her.
Good job.
And then we finished the come command with a sit in front. And then lots of praise. Come command is very important, so it's okay to give him a cookie.
Oliver, come. Yay.
Good boy.
Oliver, sit. Yay.
And finish up with your sit. Couple things about the come command. You don't want to call Oliver off leash until he's 100% accurate and perfect on his come on the leash.
That's a nice sit.
Good job.
He's very focused.
That's right. But if you have him off leash and you call him and he decides to ignore you and run off, then you've just untrained the come command. So
Oliver, come. Over. Oh, there he goes. He thought about it. Good boy. Sit. I don't have your chin. Good boy.
good job, buddy.
Okay. Good boy.
And with all of the commands, you want to say them just one time. You don't want to repeat the commands because that will untrain him. Say your command one time. If he ignores you, you can just physically put him in the position, physically make him do what it is that you told him to do. And if we put him on a sit stay and he lays down, we make the dog sit up because we want sit to mean sit and down to mean lie down. We don't want him to lay down while he's on a sit stay because that's not the command we asked for.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
But he's a good boy. He did well with training. He played well with the other puppies. He's very rambunctious. And if you need daycare, be sure and bring him back, boarding. And you also have a 1-hour in-home private lesson. You have 6 1-hour follow-up classes here at the school. And be sure and come back to those. Those are Monday nights, 7 to 8 p.m. You're going to have a folder with written information. Be sure and go through that. There's lots of great information on the training. And if you have any questions, please call us or shoot us an email. And if you have any trouble with jumping, just try and pet Oliver only when he sits. If he does jump, just tell him no or You can push him into a sit and then praise him.
Good boy.
And that's Oliver.
Yay!
Good boy, Oliver.